Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on the latest developing stories. We start with Bernardo Silva, that Barca have been showing interest lately. It has been reported that Barcelona have already entered talks with Bernardo Silva over a possible move to Barcelona. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Then secondly, talking about this report claiming that manager Xavi is considering a huge tactical change in Barcelona's defense next season. We are also going to be looking at that. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Following the latest Barcelona General Assembly, it seems like the club is set to be handed a major economic boost in a time of crisis after their economic levels were approved. As a result, it looks like Barca are willing to take some money into the market to try and bolster the squad ahead of next season. A variety of names have been floating around, with Robert Lewandowski and Jules Koundé looking especially likely. The latest player to catch Barcelona's interest has been Manchester City's explosive midfielder Bernardo Silva. According to reports from Partidazo Copy, the Catalans are now looking to bring him in the summer. According to sources, he would be signed as a replacement for Frenkie de Jong, who seems to have a foot out of the door as Barcelona are looking to gain a hefty sum from his potential transfer to Manchester United. Xavi and his staff are reportedly very keen on signing the Portuguese midfielder, who has been a pivotal cog in Pep Guardiola's Man City side, which has seen unprecedented success over the past few seasons. The Spanish outlet report even states that initial talks between Barcelona president Joan Laporta and Bernardo Silva's agent Jorge Mendes have already taken place. Naturally, this particular acquisition is heavily dependent on whether or not Barcelona decides to keep Frenkie de Jong, as the economic boost may allow them to do so. Xavi and de Jong have both previously stated that they would like for the midfielder to stay put considering his caliber, but if United do come in, with an improved bid as they are reportedly planning to, the Bernardo Silva operation could be fast-tracked. Definitely, with Frenkie de Jong leaving, as we have been saying countless number of times, Barca are going straight to Bernardo Silva to make sure a deal happens, because Xavi have already told the board that he wants Bernardo Silva to come to Barcelona in case, as I said, in case Frenkie de Jong leaves to Manchester United. Bernardo Silva is a talented midfielder, and it's not the worst of ideas. If Frenkie de Jong leaves to see Bernardo Silva coming to wear the Barca shirt, I think most Barca fans will accept that, So let's see how it goes, because at this very point in time, there is still uncertainty as to whether Frenkie de Jong will stay or he won't stay, And even if he does leave to Manchester United, there's no guarantee that Barca will succeed in Bernardo Silva's pursuit, as Man City still value him a lot, and from what we have been hearing, Man City have a valuation of 90 million euros for their star midfielder, which Barca will find very, very difficult. But of course, the money that Barca will receive from Manchester United for the sale of Frenkie de Jong will do a great deal when it comes to paying the transfer fee for Bernardo Silva. But the big question is, will Barca be willing to pay up to 90 million euros for Bernardo Silva? That's the question. That's what I still very much doubt. But there's no doubt about the qualities that Bernardo Silva possesses. I think if Frenkie de Jong do leave, then the number one target for that position should be Bernardo Silva. One might argue that why are we going for an exchange, or maybe why should Barca go for the Bernardo Silva if de Jong leave? Because two of them don't really play exact. Even though Frenkie de Jong have been playing more as a central midfielder, even though his main role is a defensive midfielder, but he couldn't play that role since Busquets have been there for these years that he was playing. And when we look at players like Bernardo Silva, more of an attacking-minded midfielder, and he also plays the wing, there's nothing really to, how can I put it, there's no like for like when it comes to those two players. But Xavi have already made it clear that despite that, he wants Bernardo Silva if de Jong do leave to Manchester United. But let's see how it goes, because if the truth is, if Bernardo Silva makes it to the Camp Nou, he plays the same role like Pedri, Gavi, the central midfield role. He's even more attacking minded than all of them. But of course, given the fact that he's versatile, he also plays the wing. Of course, we can remember before going to City, he was a winger. Pep Guardiola pushed him down to play attacking midfield these recent seasons. So I still think, despite that, he will still be a great player to acquire if Frankie de Jong do leave. But of course, we know Frankie de Jong have been a valuable player for us despite not hitting his form, since leaving Ajax to Barca. But the truth is, Frankie de Jong should stay. That's what we really wish. But if he does leave, then what have happened. Bernardo Silva will be a great player to go for. Then on to the next story of discussion. According to trusted journalist Gerard Romero, Barcelona manager Xavi is thinking of ditching his usual 4-3-3 approach, and is expected to use a three-man backline from next season. Despite acquiring Andres Christensen from Chelsea on a free transfer, Barcelona are still looking to bolster their defense as they expect a few departures from that area. On top of that, veteran defender Gerard Piqué is not getting any younger either. This leaves Barcelona with a handful of central defenders to work with, namely Ronald Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Christensen himself. All these by, of course, discounting the likes of Umtiti and Clement Lenglet. It is believed that Umtiti is going to be one of the 10 to 12 players that Barcelona will get rid of before next season. If they fail to find a suitor for the Frenchman, they may force a direct termination. The source further adds that a defender would accept the termination by receiving a good part of the economic benefit that remains in his ongoing deal that runs until 2026. For Clement Lenglet, Barcelona are arranging a transfer with a mandatory purchase option. The team has been forced to use this approach since they haven't received any direct offers for the defender. It's not that Lenglet has no suitors altogether. In fact, he has some serious offers from the Premier League. But Barcelona are pushing for a move to Marseille, instead, since they share a great working relationship with the Ligue 1 side. What's even more beneficial is that the team itself is considering the option despite his salary being a major issue. All these sales, including that of Umtiti and Lenglet, will help Barcelona register new players, and those in question are Sevilla's Jules Koundé and Napoli's Kalidou Koulibaly. Interestingly, the latter will only be considered if Barca fail to land Koundé. If they manage to sign even one of the aforementioned names, Xavi will be able to line a strong three-man defense that will serve his cause to perfection. So let's see how the next season comes. Gerard Romero, from his report, saying that Xavi wants to go for a three-man backline if and only if he gets his target that he intends to. And of course, we've been talking about Jules Koundé and, of course, Kalidou Koulibaly that have been strongly linked, despite Andres Christensen on his way to the Camp Nou next season. The defense have always been a part that I've always wished that Barca strengthened. And if Barca think they are doing an overhaul in the team, the defense normally must be strengthened. And of course, I'm happy to see Xavi putting efforts in that position, because in recent days we've been talking a lot about our defensive prospects, our defensive targets, especially Jules Koundé of Sevilla, who have been strongly linked. But of course, those deals, none of them look easy. But I do believe that Barca will get them over the line. Barca will definitely get them over the line. I think Laporta is that person that when he wants something, he definitely gets it. Let's see how it goes. If actually Xavi will go for the three-man backline, it's going to be strange to see, because Barca are not used to that system of play. So if what Gerard Romero is saying is accurate enough, then it's going to be interesting to see how our backline will look like next season if Xavi finally gets his hands on his intended defensive target. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.